Hi guys, it's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is just a little past 1. I'm sorry I'm late. I realized I had my camera set up on portrait, so that wouldn't have been so bueno. So I had to fix that before I went live. Let's just be sure that I am transmitilating over here. It looks like I am, but one never knows. Let me turn that sound off before we have a echo that we cannot stand. All right, let's see where we're going. We got 3 folks watching. I appreciate you joining, although that could be 2 people and me. I'm never really certain. All right, so today I want to make a fun fold card, and I will show it to you in just a second. I got a card the other day from Alicia Smith, who is a fellow demonstrator, and she sent me this beautiful fun fold birthday card with the Celebrate Sunflower set and some flowers for every season DSP. And I did have at least one question about how this was made, and so I'm going to show that to you today. Now, Alicia got this from Amanda Chatsworth, who is another demonstrator, and so I did a little reverse engineering and I watched her video, and then I did a few more modifications, but you can see how this works. It's really just a basic gate card, and then it's got this kind of, X-shaped. Hey, Rosie, Barbara, Karen, Jerry, Stephanie, appreciate you joining. It's got kind of this X-shaped piece that you use as the locking mechanism. That's kind of what Amanda calls it, a locking mechanism. And it's a little bit of a puzzle. It's like fun. So you get a card and a game. You just slide that on down and it locks everything in place. All right. So I thought it was fun and I wanted to make it, but I wanted it to fit in an A2 size medium envelope. So I did a little more engineering. You know, I knew that engineering degree would come in handy at some point. You know, just basic math, if nothing else. But I'm crediting my engineering degree. Let's call it that. So here's what I made, and this is the sample card. It does not have Boho Indigo anywhere in it. I'm going to make the same fun fold with the Boho Indigo set, but let me show you this one. For those of you who are paper pumpkin folks, hey Karen, hi Brooke, hi Debbie. Hi Faith, appreciate you joining. Yes, got to get your money's worth out. That is correct. So this one, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you notice the Box of Sunshine extra pieces. There were so many extra pieces with that set that I uncharacteristically kept them and decided to use them. There was a cute little sketch challenge, and I'm not sure, maybe Tuesday morning sketches, maybe? This kind of mimics that, but these are the leftover little lemon die cuts. And then I borrowed a sentiment, or 2 actually, from the Fancy Phrases stamp set. So I used Sending a Little Smile Your Way, and then on the inside you'll see I used a second one, and I used some Artistry Blooms. So this just slides off like so, and on the inside we've got another lemon die cut and leaves and that sentiment, and these are in Rich Razzleberry. So tomorrow's post is going to show kind of a conglomeration of both of these cards, the one I make now and this one here. So you'll get kind of both pieces of information. Hey Lenny, appreciate you joining. So just so you know, straight up, I haven't made a sample with the Boho Indigo, so we're going to be doing a little bit of designing on the fly. Okay, so bear with me. And I've got some pieces and parts. Now, if you are not familiar with the Boho Indigo product medley, might I suggest that you immediately make yourself familiar with it. It is one of the best ones. Product medleys are different from project kits in that they don't have pre-cut card bases and pre-cut, instructions on how to put cards together. They just come with a whole bunch of pieces and parts, and this one is no exception. The cornerstone, they would call it the anchor store if this was a mall, but the cornerstone is the Boho Indigo stamp set and a matching die set. So it cuts out all of these bottles, it cuts out the flowers, and it cuts out some wonderful leaves and some decorations. You also get the wonderful, you guys ever heard of Blue Delft pottery. Well, the wonderful DSP, the Boho Indigo DSP, it reminds me of that a lot. And it is beautiful. It's in Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, and Very Vanilla. And it is quite stunning. Okay. So I think there are 4 or 5 designs, and they're all double-sided, like so. Some that are predominantly floral, some that are geometric, all that are gorgeous. Love it. It's really quite beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but blues and vanillas work for me in a big way. But not only do you get the DSP, this is awesome. You get some die cuts. These are these are not flowers. These are leaves, and we're going to use those today. And they've got some gold foil accents, some sentiment dies and flowers, and then some smaller flowers and dies. And then look at these. These are Very Vanilla pieces that are embossed. Now, seriously, how pretty are those? You get 2 each of 3 designs. Isn't that a beautiful way to add an accent to your cards? So you can get the product medley right now. It is $70 for the whole medley. And, oh, by the way, when you've gone through it, you can get a refill, which would be all of the expendables in here. The other thing it comes with is a roll of frayed Night of Navy ribbon, and also some Very Vanilla and gold pleated ribbon. All right, we're not going to use the gold ribbon today. I'm going to use this frayed, it's called Night of Navy half-inch frayed grosgrain ribbon. See how much I've learned? Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I'd have said that was gross grain, which is wrong entirely. Completely wrong. What's the number? The number is 153132. See? 153132. And I've got everything labeled on my storage pockets from Stamp & Storage. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I can keep all my scraps. Okay, let me put this aside. And like I said, we're going to be doing a little designing, so there's just no telling how long this is going to take. So you might as well just settle in. So the basics are the card cuts, and I've got them all here. I will have them all on the website tomorrow. And I have opted to use some Misty Moonlight for my card base, and then some of these DSPs from the Boho Indigo. And I am using Very Vanilla for my mats. Okay, so this is the inside. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we begin with a basic gate card, right? And because this is an A2, we're going to start with a 5.5 by 11, 5.5 by 8.5 by 11 cut in half. So we have 5.5 by 8.5. Dang. And in order to get a 4 1/4 panel in the middle, we're going to score and fold from each end at 2 1/8. Okay, so score there. Turn it around. There you go, Faith. You're going to want this kit. I assure you, it is gorgeous. And it's not a kit, it's a product medley. So another 2 1/8 score, like that. And just like that, we've made a gate card. Do take time, anytime you're making a gate card, make sure you get a good straight fold. No matter how good your trimmer or your scoring tool is, occasionally you're going to get a crooked score. I know. Not a crooked score like in a you know, fixed game or anything like that. But you know what I do need is, oh, there it is my bone folder. My bone folder. Hey, Alicia. I am making your card, sort of. I took it from square to A2 size, so thank you very much. We're going to give it a good rub there. And then I cut a couple of pieces of the Boho Indigo DSP, and I'm going to adhere them. If I have cut them correctly, I'm going to adhere them. I have not cut something correctly. Something is not correct here. One thing is not like the other. Okay, I have 2 1/8 by 5.5. So the mat should be 5 3/8 by 2. Okay, those are right. So apparently these panels are incorrect. This is 2 by 5. Okay, what did I just do there? I don't know. I don't know what I did because I don't know what I did. Hang on. 2. Oh, there it is. There it is. These need to be 1 7/8. Goofy, 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 goofy. Because it turns out if you have a 2 1/8 panel and you want 1/8 off, that's, you know, that would not be a good thing to do right there. Did you see what I was fixing to do? Let's see. It's 1 7/8, not 7/8. My goodness. Guys are going to be like, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. This woman doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know what she's doing. The good news is she's not going to sing all the way through. God. Okay, there we go. So we're cutting this down to 1 7/8, and with any luck, that math will be good. Goodness. Goodness. Let's see if it works this way. There, that's a mo like it. That's a mo better. That's a mo better right there. Okay, so I am going to use some liquid glue to adhere these. Did I have my coffee today? I did have my coffee today. Apparently it's not helping me measure any. I don't know. I must need different coffee. See, I thought I would be good by making only 3/4 caffeinated. So I use 3/4 caffeinated coffee and 1/4 decaf. I might need to fix that a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that pretty with the very vanilla matte? Here we go. Yeah, I was going to make this card with some more of the leftovers for the paper pumpkin, but I really wanted to play with the Boho Indigo. This paper just calls me, really calls me. I love it so much. Okay, now I'm going to adhere this to the front of my gate card. And I have a person in mind for this. It's going to be a birthday card, and I have a person in mind for it. And I think that this color scheme is going to be parfait. Parfait, I say. Better go half and half, huh, Lenny? Yeah. No, that's crazy. No, that's a crazy. That would be too much like... So I'm going to confess, I know that the coffee, the iced coffee, helps me when I'm having problems keeping from eating myself silly, which happens sometimes. So if I can keep the caffeine coming just a little bit, it really helps me. Okay, helps me to feel full. Ooh, that's so pretty. That is just as pretty as I thought it would be. Okay, I'm gonna put that away. Okay, now let's make our mechanism. Okay, so whatever size you decide to do, on this square card, the gate is 11, it's an 11-inch piece, and then each of the gates is scored and folded at 2 5/8. The locking mechanism is a 4-inch piece, okay? So if you decide to do square, those are your dimensions. If you're doing the A2, you know, you started with the 5.5 by 8.5 and made a regular gate card. The locking mechanism, you need 4 of the same size. Now, let me just tell you something. On this one, I used Daffodil Delight cardstock, and it worked great. I love it. I really kind of love this a whole lot. But it's a little thicker. You know, the Very Vanillas and the Whisper Whites are a little thinner, so you're going to have a little less bulk if you can use either Very Vanilla or Whisper White as your locking mechanism, okay? So whatever you decide to do, you need 4 of those pieces. You're going to have a front and a back, and then you're going to have your X and then the front. So front, X, back, okay? On 2 of those, you're going to score and fold in the middle. Now, scoring and folding in the middle of a 2, this is 2 5/8. So the middle of 2 5/8 is 1 5/16. 1 5/16. So now isn't it handy? It is just so handy that our trimmer, our wonderful trimmer, has 16 marks on it. So there's an 8, there's an 8, there's an 8, there's an 8, and those little ones right there are 16th. So 1 5/16 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right between the quarter and the 3/8 inch mark. Okay, that is half of that panel. And I am going to score it there. And then I'm going to do a second one, identically, more than glimmer paper. Not sure what that question is. Is it more than glimmer paper? Is it thicker than glimmer paper? I'm not sure what the question is. Try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll put it right there. And we're going to make sure we're using the scoring tool and give that a score. And if I've done this correctly, that will be the last I need of that little boober today. All right. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate you joining. Okay, so now we're going to just fold this over and make sure we get it good and straight. And you want a nice burnish on this, okay? So give it a good rub. And we'll do the same with the second piece. And you want the edges to be even, so if you've not gotten the most straight score on the planet, straighten it out. It's paper. Make it do what you want it to do. Fly the airplane, not vice versa. Okay, so this piece, all we're going to do is we're going to take each of these X's and we're going to adhere them to the third piece with liquid glue. And all you have to do is make sure you put the spines together like that, okay? I mean, do you love this paper more than the glimmer paper? Oh, you know, that's a really, different uses. I love, love, love this paper, but I also really love especially the rainbow glimmer paper. Oh my gosh, have you seen that? It is just spectacular. Really gorgeous. Okay, now you could, that didn't answer your question. My answer is, it's like asking me which of my horses I love better. I can't answer, I just cannot. All right, now you could use, I would probably use the Stamp and Seal Plus if you were going to use that on this. But I recommend the liquid glue because it gives you time to make sure everything is lined up, and that's what you want. You want all of your edges lined up, all right? And then we'll do the other one. All you got to do is make sure you put spine to spine, like two little books, spine to spine, spine to spine. I do love our glimmer paper though, but this paper is so versatile because it's, I mean, it's DSP, which means I wouldn't make a glimmer paper card front, right? But I would certainly use this. All right, and then we'll just get that all straightened up there. All right, and we are almost done with our locking mechanism. The next thing to do is adhere the fourth piece to the top of the mechanism, and then this essentially becomes your card front, okay? Easy peasy, nice and squeezy. All right, so we're going to use a little liquid glue here, like so. And put the lid back on so we don't have a whole bunch of extra goop on the top. And then again, we're going to just make sure we get everything lined up. If you need to squiggle it around, squiggle it around. That's a technical card making term. All right. Now, if you can wait just a second to let it dry, I think you'll be a lot happier, because you want that glue to get a chance to dry before you start really, doing that, like right there. So let's do that. And while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and make my sentiment, because this is what I think I'm going to do here. And I think I'm going to use Night of Navy and stamp my birthday greeting on that little die cut. Cool. Cool. That's so cool. I should do it right side up. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna pull it to me just a second so I can make sure I have it straight and centered. I know, Faith, right? I can't believe I came up with that. Well, that's because I didn't come up with it at all. Amanda Chatsworth did. She's a smart lady. Okay, pretty. I love this set so much. And just so you know, the coordinating colors besides Very Vanilla is Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, and Garden Green. Here, I'll put it in English so you can read it. Okay. Now, what I thought I would do is take some of this ribbon. Now, if you guys have the catalog, you're looking and you're going like, Mary, you're totally casing one of the sample card fronts. I totally am. I totally am. I totally am. But I'm not going to cut this unless I can find... Oh, there they are. Okay. I'm just going to cut a length of this, kind of an arbitrary length. And I'm going to wind it through this little slot right here. And then I decided I wanted to use some of the, instead of the wide stuff, I'm going to use some of this, it's the gold trim from the Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack. And we're going to tie it in a bow right around here like a so. And I'm going to do my little surgeon knot, maybe. Yep, I am. Gonna do my surgeon knot right there. You know what a surgeon knot is? I'm sorry that you don't know. A surgeon knot is just, you instead of going once through, you go twice through, and it helps it to lock. I learned that a long time ago when I still thought I wanted to be a veterinarian. And then I realized I didn't want to be a veterinarian at all. Nope, I did not. And we'll just give that a little pull and then tie a bow. Now, you obviously could do this later, but I am cleverly making you think I'm doing it now because I want to do it now, but in fact, I'm letting my my locking mechanism dry. Okay, give that a good pull. Get off of my fingers. Get off my fingers. All right, and we'll adjust that a little later, and we can just set that aside and it'll be all ready for us. Okay, so here is our locking mechanism. Yes, the kit is on page 9, and yes, it is the Boho Indigo product medley, Brenda, on page 9, and it is magnificent, all of the things that you get. So here is how your locking mechanism is going to work, just like that, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and decorate our card front. And to do that, I'm going to first adhere another of the Boho Indigo designs to the front here. And I'm sorry, Brenda, I wasn't paying attention to the comments, so I couldn't answer your question quick enough. But it is wonderful. We have some really, really cool kits in this catalog. I love it. I've got the gorgeous posies sitting next to my desk getting ready to be used. But this is my favorite product medley, I think, of all time. Okay, so now the design comes. We're going to use this here. And I thought what we would do is like the design in the kit, I'm going to use some of these leaves and whatnot. And there's 2 panels here, so you get quite a few leaves. See what I'm saying? And I'm going to use some of these and 2 of these palms, 2 of these fern doohickeys. And we're going to go like that. And before I adhere things, I'm going to put it back on the front of my card because you want to keep things kind of aligned with the front of your card, right? Because this is not really the card front. This is the card front. So we're going to put this back on so that we have things... Sorry, I should have just left it on. See how my design process goes? Not Not very organized, not very efficient. Come on. It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, a little bit, like a Rubik's Cube. All right, come on now, baby. I had you on there, you silly thing. You know what? This is why I didn't fly helicopters, because I also cannot rub my head and pat my stomach at the same time. Goodness gracious sakes alive. Lord of mercy. Okay, I'm never taking it off of there again. Because it's, oh, here, let's try it the other way. Surely that'll work better. It's really not that hard, you guys. I'm making it look really hard when it's really not that tough. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go like that. There we go. Okay. Now we'll get that in place like so. And then we're going to put our sentiment on there like that. And then some lifts. We'll do some lifts like so. And you want, remember, you want these inside your card front so that it will go in your envelope, right? Like this. It's okay, Nicola, this will be posted. Yeah, it's definitely locking. The problem is sometimes it locks itself against you. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go like so. And then I think maybe we should use maybe a couple of these little tiny gold flowers. Wouldn't that be pretty? A couple of little gold flowers. Like so. Maybe a big flower down there. I'm gonna get my tweezers out because I get a little fat fingered. I'm not real sure why. Let's see, I think we'll go like that, and then like that. Okay, and put him here. And then here's a really, really, really cool embellishment that is in the Boho Indigo. Look at these little paper flowers, you guys. They're so stinking cute. They're so cute. And you get two sizes. You get these little ones, and these are paper flowers, so that's kind of a, like a felty kind of paper, and it's got a little wooden bead in the middle of it. So they're really adorable. And I think these will be cute on here. So that was the large one. And you also get some little ones like that. Yeah. Oh yes. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, very good. Let's pick this up. We'll set that aside. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my glue ready. And I'm actually going to cut these stems off just so I don't have to worry about them showing through my ribbon thingy, doohickey, my ribbon doohickey. I'm going to hold them together and use my liquid glue to adhere them. Well, that went sideways, didn't it? All right, just do it. Just do it like you do. Silly girl. Such a silly girl. I was going to show you this cute trick and then, bah, humbug. Okay, and there's that one. And then we'll get the other side. Again, really the only thing that you have to do is be sure that you're within the confines of your card front, right? Yes, Kathy, I do exactly the same thing, except my phone is busy. My camera, which is also my phone, is busy doing the video, so I really can't do that. But normally, in the normal scheme of things, once I got it gorgeous and made myself so happy with it, I would take a picture of it. Okay, now I'm going to pop these on, this doohickey on with some dimensionals. Otherwise, I won't have used any dimensionals, and that's just not okay. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I didn't do any dimensional, well, I did a few dimensionals for the sentiment on the other card, but not very many. So we're going to have some dimensionals on this one. Blue and gold, beautiful. And then the addition, just the pops of the garden green are really nice too, huh? I like the garden green with it. And then we'll put that right there like so. Do we want it straight? I don't know, maybe we want it straight. Let's do straight. No, let's do a little bit crookedy, like that. And then we'll cut the ribbon off up here. Like that. And we'll straighten up our bow, like so. And then let's add our flowers. And I'm going to put a dimensional right under this edge so that it has some support. Ah. Yes, I know, Daryl, it was scary there for a second, huh? You were like, what alternate universe is this? She's not using any dimensionals. There's something very wrong. What have you done with Mary? Okay, and we're going to put this on with a little liquid glue here. Like so. And then this little guy went to market. Okay, let's put a dimensional out on his outer edge. And a little bit of liquid glue. Now I'm all scared to take the thing off of the card. It's not that hard. I'm being silly. I'm being so silly. Okay, and then a few of these little flowers, little paper flowers that are also part of the Boho Indigo product medley. Stick down, stay, stay. Stay, Ubu. It's not staying. I could tell it wasn't staying. It's gonna stay. It'll stay, by golly. If I have to, don't make me pull out the glue dots, flower. Do not make me pull out the glue dots. And we'll do another one. Glue dots are so cool because they're instantaneous. There's no arguing with a glue dot. Look what I just did. No arguing with a glue dot. Here's the little one. Here's a little one. And I'm only going to use 3 because, you know, that makes me have 5 flowers. All right, now I suppose by rights I should add another leaf, but I'm not going to. Okay. All right, there we go. And there's our bow. Get that pulled a little bit. You know what? Good Lord. So see what I said about arguing? I should have just used a glue dot to start with. Don't be so recalcitrant, you little perverse thing. You know what's cool about this, what I was going to say before that thing jumped out, was what's so fun about this trim is once you get it on, if you can unravel it a little bit, and then it's this kind of wispy looking thing. All you got to really do is just kind of unroll it like that and pull it apart. So, and yeah, you can do it. You can figure it out. And you know what? Just because I'm a never enough is enough person, I'm going to add, just to give it a little shushy, I'm going to add a little gold glimmer enamel dot or 2. I'm going to use, oh, come back here. I'm going to use these medium ones. Some medium ones. I'm going to put one right there. And create kind of a collage. Because this one doesn't have to worry about being clean and simple or anything like that. So it's going to not be clean and simple. Because this is how I roll, people. This is how I roll. There we go. And then I think, just because I can and I have them. Golly, did you see that thing leap out? I'll find it like in a month. Then we'll put one right there. Whoa, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, this set is so pretty. Love it. Let me put this little paper flower away. I don't want to lose him. Don't want to lose him. Okay, now I'm going to slide this booger off so it unlocks so that I can put the inside in. Okay, I'll let that set aside and let those flowers think about what they've done. And let's see what we get. See, I had to write matte here because I was pretty certain, because they're so small, close to each other, I was pretty certain I would try stamping on that, and then that would be all work. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. See, I'm working with you there. Okay, so where's the stamp set? Here it is. Let's see what we could stamp, shall we? You know what I'm gonna do is across the bottom, I'm just gonna stamp some of these leaves in garden green, right across the bottom. That is all I'm going to do. That is all I'm going to do. That will be so easy. I could also add some of the flowers, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna do some leaves across the bottom, like a little hedge. And I'm gonna do a stamp and a stamp and a stamp and a stamp and a stamp, like that. There we go. That's all I'm doing across there. Now I'll hold that out because, you know what, let me get my envelope right quick while I have my ink and stuff out, because that's what I want to do across my envelope too. Be sure that's dry. You know, when I first started crafting a long time ago in a galaxy far, 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 far away, when I was doing whatever Tim Holtz said to do and whatever Diana, don't remember her name, I got all of my stuff at Amazon and Michael's and Joann's, and they were all great, but they were all stamping on a silicone mat. And that works great, except when you do like this, where you stamp off of the card, guess what? On a silicone mat, that ink stays wet. And I will not even tell you how many times I borkified the back of something because I was over my... So this grid paper is way better. Which is not to say if you overstamp with one of the dark colors like tuxedo black or rich raspberry that you might still have an issue. All right, we're just gonna go like that a few times. And I think that'll be enough right there. And let me wipe this down before I make a mess. Hi, Twyla. It is so beautiful, Twyla. You are going to want it. You are going to want it. Okay, I'm going to put that away before I have an incident. And I'll just set that aside to do its thing. And let me tidy this up just a little bit. I'm not used to having so much stuff out because I've usually got all the card cuts done and everything. Okay, so now I'm just going to adhere this to my Very Vanilla matte. So this is just tone on tone, inner liner and matte. And I'm using Stamp-N Seal for this. Okay, there we go. Y'all, don't want to scare you, but there's like a week left of all of our good specials. So there's a week left to take advantage of the bundle, the free bundle for joining. There's a week left to take advantage of an extra $25 of Stampin' Rewards. Only a week left. On the 30th of June, it's all gone, baby. All gone. I want you. if you have any interest in joining the team, this is the week to do it, okay? Please don't wait until midnight on the 30th to try to join, because that is always the time when there's some computer issue that gets you in a bind, and then we have an issue. So if you're thinking about joining, give me a holler and we'll get you hooked up. Okay, so there's the inside, and now I'm going to fuss with my locking mechanism again. See, let's just, like I said, I think it's kind of fun because you get a little bit of like entertainment, especially if you watch your recipient attempt to put it back together, right? There we go. It'll go. It's gonna go. And this is thick. I'm not gonna fib you. This is a thick card, so it's going to want, I highly recommend a piece of vellum about the size of your card front to put over it before you slide it into your envelope, okay? Just saying. And that'll protect it, and it will protect your envelope from some of the extra doohickeys that are on there. You know, so Serena, is it Serena or Serene? I will apologize for whichever way I'm using it wrong. They're just like any of the tape runners, every once in a while it'll get to where it doesn't have any tape right here, and so it doesn't want to roll easy. If that happens, it's not a problem to just roll it with your fingers until you feel some tape there, and then it'll roll out. It's easy peasy, and it's really strong. What I like about it is that it is much stronger than the old snail was, so much more likely to hold all of your pieces and parts together. All right? Please don't let me make you think I'm ever gonna not use liquid glue, because it's still my fave. But the Stamp and Seal is very quick and good, and the Stamp and Seal Plus, with the same kind of thing, occasionally you do have to roll the roller to get your adhesive back out where you can get to it. But it's a nice alternative to, say, tear and tape for some of your 3D items. Okay, it's kind of a replacement for Fast Fuse. So if y'all remember Fast Fuse, it was the really strong adhesive. And we're just giving this a quick fussy cut. All of this is pretty basic. Actually, except for making the mechanism itself, I mean, there's really nothing here that is terribly rocket science-y, right? And now that you know how to do it, even the mechanism isn't rocket science. All right, so look, I've got two different cards that look completely different and are yet completely the same. And because I am not enough glutton for punishment, I am going to put this back on the card. By golly, I'm gonna put it on the card. It's going on the card. Oh, yes, sir. You're going on this card. Mm-hmm. Don't think you're not. Don't try me. Don't test me. Okay. There we go. There we go. Come out of there. Did you guys recognize the Playful Pets twine on there? So here are the two cards with the locking mechanism gate fold, made so that you can put it in an A2 envelope. The square version is also gorgeous, but you'll need to make an envelope for that, and that's something that you can do. All right, guys. I hope you've liked it. I hope that you will get Serena. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that. Please get the Boho Indigo Stamps product medley. Please, please, please. You will not regret it. It is so chock-a-block full of goodness that I can't even begin to tell you. You'll be making cards for days, weeks, and months. All right. Thank you so much. I hope I will see you back here on Saturday on my Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Eastern. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.